Hello, fellow procrastinators, and welcome to a very special edition of V.A.G, because it is the hottest day of the year in Great Britain. You can probably see my balls. Let me just cover them up for the children who watch this show about drinking booze. So, today we have a triple threat. I'm looking forward to each of these things very, very, very much, so I'm delighted. And also, it was a request by someone, so happy days all around. I'm fulfilling someone's dream, I'm sure. So, the first thing that we have to do is Simpsons HitN'Run, which is, I never played it when it first came out, but I gave it a little go when I first bought it. And it's like GTA. It's like GTA mixed with The Simpsons. And then the album that we were listening to is a teenage, an album that I listened to all through my teenage years, introduced to me by my brother. And it is the Pixies! Get it? Yeah! The Pixies. Doolittle, which is their best album. It's their only album that I really ever gave a proper listen to. And the cocktail is a Singapore Sling, which is gin, a load of tropical pineapple juice, lime juice, and cherry brandy, and then a herbal liqueur, which it's Benedictine, but I've switched it in for Jägermeister because Jägermeister is not a million miles away from it, and Benedictine is expensive. So fuck you, Saint Benedictine, you dick. The beautiful setup that we have out here on this lovely May day. So I got the actual absolute works. Got a fan and all. Have you ever seen anything as pretty in all your life? And look at that! Look at that! We'll make that shit lager even. Oh, it is a good day. It is a good day today. So now to begin with our lovely summery drink. Now I have been a little domestic goddess, and I have prepared some very homely additions to make this even nicer. So what I've done, because it's the hottest day of the year, the ice is already melting as soon as I take it down and put it down. We've had barely any time for setting things up. But the lime juice and the garnish of the pineapple has been pre-frozen. You probably can't tell, but that pineapple is garnish. Now, so the Singapore Sling is very simple. There is one thing that's not quite right with what we are doing here, and that's the Benedictine. So the Benedictine is a herbal liqueur, but Jägermeister is a herbal liqueur. And there's a few other fancy pants herbal liqueurs that are all in this list that we need to get through, but I'm just gonna go with tried and tested Hunter Master. So there is equal parts Jaeger, gin, and cherry brandy. So I'm just going to do a half measure of every one of these. That's not quite half. Oh, that's good. I'm ready to hunt the Russians. Little history fact for you there. Jägermeister, or Hunter Master, was given to Nazi snipers in order to steady their hands while they were on the eastern and, in the earlier days of the war, the northern Arctic fronts. But obviously vodka is better for that sort of thing. So, now, a half measure of gin and a half measure of cherry brandy. And how stupid of me. I have overfilled it once again. Now, I'm hoping from looking at this glass, with the fact that it's half full, is, you know, mostly because it's the ice and it trumpets out. Because I haven't eaten anything today, and I don't feel like being rat-arsed. So in comes the pineapple juice. So at the moment we are more than 50% booze, and it says just give it a stir, give it a twirl, and there's garnish number 1, which is our iced, fucking hell, the heat off the top of that, just because it's black, it's fucking roasting. And I can't remember what these cherries are called again. Marasto. Pink. Let's just go with that. Garnish. And they taste very much like the cherry brandy. So it seems fitting that they go in. And now for Martha Stewart special. Iced lime juice. So we need to put 25 mils in. So seeing as how that's not gonna melt straight away, this is probably a terrible idea doing this way, to be perfectly honest. Seeing as how it's not gonna melt straight away, I reckon this would be better for margaritas or something. That's what I originally had planned. But I just thought, you know, someone asked for Simpsons Hit and Run. It's a fun game. And I love the Pixies. Love that album. Teenage years back in Mount Temple. Ugh. And a couple of drops of Agonista bitters. And it always jizzes a bit out. I need to learn to like slap it on like that. So I am going to throw a smidge more pineapple juice, just sort of balance out the fact that the lime juice isn't going to be as potent straight away. So now for a judgment. Well, that's good. Ooh, that is refreshing. I mean, it might look like blood that's coagulated, or a or a big pot of diarrhea, but oh, it tastes like heaven. Tastes like a Caribbean paradise. Oh, I'm gonna fucking fly through that. Alright, let's start running over people as Homer Simpson. Woohoo! Okay, let's get things started. So, I'm gonna hit a new game. I've played this a minuscule amount, so I am not. Yeah, fuck it, why not? See what I do, what I give to the fans. So, I will be skipping the plot because the plot is just to get you out and doing stuff. There is no... if it'll let me. Which it won't. I know what I will do in the meantime. We'll get Doolittle started. So, starting with Debaser! And we are going to get going with the Pixies, Doolittle, in 3, 2, 1. I got a copy of Doolittle on vinyl for my brother's birthday, and he doesn't even have a vinyl player. Fuck him.
Player one, Homer. Use the directional button or left analog stick
I don't want to disable.
to move around. This is called walking. Press the X button to jump.
Okay, fuck it, I'll disable the tutorials.
Homie, somebody ate every dessert in the house. I need you to run to the store and pick up some of that ice cream with the miniature pies in it.
Oh, must have been one of our kids. Probably Millhouse. Sweet! Hey, I found my lost nachos.
Let's just get you about right. Let's go with lucky number 8. That's a thing,
You
isn't it?
rotten karmic retribution. Woohoo! I didn't do it. Oh yeah, stretch the legs and the crotch.
Probably should have put on some sun cream before this. Then again, I am from Ireland. I should be fine without sun cream, right? I mean, I'm from magical fucking
Hey, Apu, give me a
Pixie
cola and I
land.
need another bucket of ice cream with...
Orlando, Florida. Disneyland. Alright, so I got the iced cream. Jump in the old pussy wagon.
Take that!
Murder a few cunts on the way. Bollocks! Yeah, this game has loads of little things you can pick up in and around the world where it's like the hidden packages in GTA. You can like, what are they? The cameras. There's cameras you can destroy, and there's crusty. What are they called? Billboards.
Ow, my metal skull!
Where's this wife? Oh, and cola. Oh, I fucked up. What a foolish man I am. Ah, here's one. Nah, she smashy. Oh, I'm only thinking about this now, but all the time I wasted putting on all this fancy shite, I could have been thinking up Simpsons quotes to
Walk? That wasn't part of the deal.
question you, the viewer.
Dinghy goes up.
What the fuck? Oh, for fuck's sake. I forgot to do that shit.
Congratulations, Homer. Mission complete.
Wow.
Go back home and talk to Mom to start the next mission.
Don't I feel foolish? Now, pop quiz, Simpsons quiz. What is Homer Simpson's favorite song? And this is confirmed in an episode, and it's repeated in another episode. So, I'll give you a hint. It's the episode where everyone is pranking Moe at the start of the episode, and they're all fucking psycho pranks. They're stuff that wouldn't even be done on the, the set of Jackass or Dirty Sanchez. It's like they're putting cobras in the cash register, and then Moe opens the cash register and the cobra starts attacking him, and Barney sets his apron on fire and all sorts of shit like that. And then Homer decides to get in on the action, and he gets
Oh,
he gets a a salt shaker, a sugar bowl, and he unscrews the sugar bowl. So
Let's do this thing.
Mo was passing out because he's passing out because he's, you know, been bitten by a cobra a few times, and so he asked for a coffee, and then Homer's like, "Oh, this is great. The guys will find this funny," and Mo loses his shit when the sugar spills everywhere, and all the guys start shaming Homer. And they go, "That's it, Homer. You're getting banned from the bar, and I'm throwing your favorite record out of the jukebox." And then Homer goes, "Oh, and blah blah blah," and he goes, "Yeah," and he throws it out. And then later, there's a different episode where they are. I have to go faster than this guy.
Take that. Vengeance will be mine. I am evil
Oh,
Homer.
fuck.
I am evil Homer.
Ah, bollocks.
I blame society. I have road rage and I know
Ah,
how to use it.
bollocks.
I owe everything to Mother's watchful eye.
Alright, well, I'll
and
finish with the
stern
second episode thing that I was neandering on about anyway. The second episode is where Bart is calling up and he's asking, "Where's my elephant?" at the radio station. And then the radio's like, "We don't have an elephant, but do you have a song request?" Homer comes in, snatches the thing and says, "Oh, this song," and it's the same song.
Piece of
So
cake.
leave a comment if you know what Homer Simpson's confirmed favorite song is. Question number 2. What is Dr. Hibbert's first name?
I'll educate you a new one.
Nothing lasts forever. Okay, that's a lot.
Whack,
dude.
whack, whack!
Let's
Question number
get
3.
this
What
done.
episode is that from? What celebrity is featured in said episode? Question number 4. In the episode where they have a lot of birds and then they get eaten by a lot of lizards that come in, name the order of animals that kill off each other all the way up to the last animal that freezes to death. Well, that's the best part. In the winter, this particular animal simply freezes to death.
Digestive system. Hey, where's the gallbladder?
I got hungry and it was a
Question
pig.
number 5.
Modeling clay.
Who voiced
No.
Maggie
By the way,
Simpson
Dad,
for her first
Mom
ever
called.
words?
She says she needs to talk.
I'm so talented and good looking.
What this? Ah. Question number 7. Who voiced the leader of the Stonecutters? Big actor. A sacred brotherhood that has been around for centuries. Now let's all get drunk and play ping pong. Here comes your man. Fun fact about Here Comes Your Man. It was inspired to them when they took a trip to Dublin and they overheard lads saying, "Ah, here comes your man." That's a fact. Don't Wikipedia it, just trust me. Oh, I tell you what, I'm quite tempted to play some GTA after this. I'll probably keep playing this for a while. This is pretty fun shit. It's a welcome break from that fucking After Earth abomination. Oh, it's not as funny as real life when you murder a kid in the car, but it's close.
Homer, go talk to Ned.
Let's go outside. Is there a way to sprint? Oh, that's like Super Mario or Crash Bandicoot. He does the belly flop. This is an ass flop.
I'm all in a dither, Homer. So many of my possessions have disappeared. I called the police to find the culprit.
Culprit, eh?
My lawnmower, my cooler, my lawn chair, a family portrait, even Rod's inhaler. What kind of sick individual would take this stuff?
Oh no, I borrowed all of Flanders' stuff. Quick, think of an excuse to get out of here. Excuse me, I think I have to go shuck some corn.
Oh. Good thing I have all this hair. Sneeze into and catch my coronavirus. Now I'll just need to throw it in the fire after all of this, because it's definitely my possession and no one else's, and no one will miss it if I cast it in the fire.
Crashing time.
Ned Flanders is probably one of the most original. Like, the ratio of originality compared to how funny he is. You know, like the drunk who's a bit of a prick is, you know, a stereotype for is the stereotype a word? Oh, there definitely is a certain word. It's a trope of almost every cartoon. You got Bender, you got like Rick Sanchez,
What's next? Flanders
Homer.
I gave it to Barney.
You know, it's always a done thing. The protagonist is almost always a drunk, and there's a million other little things like that. But like, you know, wait, do you have to get the Barney? No, I do. Oh, Barney, yeah, Barney was lent something, I think.
You remember that cooler I gave you for your birthday?
Ah, yes. Yeah, the religious guy. I mean, is there one in South Park? There's no drunk in South Park, actually. No mainline drunk, anyway.
Almost done. Now I need Flanders' stupid picture of his stupid family.
There you go. Not part of the Simpsons quiz. Going to expand the quiz now. Question number 8 or 9. I can't remember. Fuck you. Name
Last one. Where did I
the
leave Rod's stupid
most
hay?
popular
Duh,
drunk
dump truck.
in the in South Park.
Please don't sue.
Wait, it's Randy. What am I fucking talking about? Jesus. I pull back that question.
What's this do? Now to return this stuff before the cops find me sitting around talking to myself.
This is America? This is America. We got a communist country? easy. This monkey. Speaking of drunks, Jesus Christ, the lead singer of the Pixies. Go look up there, yeah. I can't remember what the lead singer's name is, but go look up. This monkey's gone to heaven drunk, and it's just him swinging a broken guitar forward and back. It's broken. Back when rock stars actually, you know, killed themselves with alcohol. Winehouse, that was the last one. Jesus, may she rest in peace. Or whatever the Jewish form of may they rest in peace. That's Yiddish for do you call these bagels?
Homie, you're late for work. And today's your workplace evaluation with Mr. Smithers.
Ah, you'll find my scorpion farm. Then where will my scorpions live?
Shut up, Marge. You are merely a diving board for comedy, not a source. You are the poor man's Lois Griffin.
I have no insurance.
I tell you what, I know I made fun of people for getting Disney Plus during Corona, but I had a mate stay with me for a while, and they gave me their Disney Plus, and having the Simpsons on tap, that is a delicious resource, I tells you that.
Wow, I need a disco nap. Barney, can I borrow the Plow King?
Take what you want, sexy leprechaun. Just don't shoot me with that dart gun. Oh.
Whatever.
It's alright. Everything is alright. What's that flop? Gimme. Only daughter, I believe in Mr. King. Left on hand in the middle.
Just a few more.
Money. Money! Right, now what do Barnes want me to do? Go to Krusty Burger, was it? And now I gotta talk to Barney because I'm in this thing with Lenny.
Oh yeah, stretch the legs and the crotch.
Ah, maybe I can get more out of him.
Ouch! My bikini zone's chafing.
Ah, smash! There we go. I live in Mr. Green's. Now, give me your money, honey. Delicious. Your long history.
Sweet.
You got friends like Papa, people, Vienna. Run away.
Beat it, you bum.
Oh, she's got a fat ass. Calm down, this ain't the Logos. Name the film. Question number 9 in this quiz that's going off from its original topic very quickly.
It was like that when I got here.
What episode did Leonard Nimoy feature in? There you go.
Oh no, I have a wedgie.
What do I have to do? Oh, yes. Smash up Smithers. It's kind of gas looking back on the... Like, the Simpsons are so good because if you were lucky enough to be 30 or in and around that, you were watching The Simpsons when you were unable to get all the jokes. So, like, all the jokes about Smithers being gay, you get when you're, like, in your teenage years. But, like, you probably weren't watching it by that stage. And then even more subtle things that are just definitely for the parents. Like, I'm only getting them when I look back at it again. Like, Grandpa Simpson, when he's being driven home and he's complaining about everything, it's like, oh, the president is a Democrat.
The vibrations
Or he
tickling my
walks,
feet.
he's complaining about, like, homeless people begging for money. And then he walks into the, oh, whatever the American equivalent of the pension scheme. I'm old! Gimme, 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 gimme! Get a job, you bum! T-bone this lad.
Mr. Burns will take that out of my bonus.
Move it! Eat my dust!
Crush your enemies! See them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women.
Convertible. I just
Name the
whacked
film to win a nude.
That's what you get for expecting me to do the job for which I am paid. Learn to drive, you dumbass.
Nah, shit. I tell you what, Muslims are like the weather in Manchester. It's either sunny or shit. I bet when I started that joke, a lot of you had your balls in your mouth with fear, thinking, oh fuck, what is this cunt gonna say on the internet? Don't make fun of them, lads! Didn't end well for Charlie Hebdo. If the wind is blown.
Woo! I love senselessly pushing things.
Alright, back to The Simpsons. What is the area name of where Homer works within the nuclear power plant?
Stupid cameras. You should... Let's do this thing.
Question following that, what is the address of the... Oh, I think you need to destroy these, do I? Yeah. What is the address of the Simpsons residence? And I need the name of the house as well.
Stupid like a fox.
Gonna have to get out of the sunlight for this one. Hold that darkness. Ah, bollocks!
Bouncy, bouncy. Ooh, I'm soaring like a candy wrapper in an updraft.
Oh.
Whee! Mars will clean this mess up later. Oh, I hope do not press means press right away. If you're so smart, how come I broke you?
No. Shit. Okay. It's 3 there, so one more after them. 1, 2, 3.
It's not like anyone likes these things.
Right, there's 4.
Stupid like a fox. Mars will clean this mess up later.
Question number 10. Name that episode with that quote. Stupid like a fox! I'm just thinking about that episode now. Name the best Simpsons episode. There's one for you. I think I did this with a couple of housemates. The result might have been biased because they were Australian lads, and I thought, you know what, I think the funniest episode is the Australian episode where it's like, you know, bullfrogs? Oh, I would have called them chairs buses. And when you're watching it with Australian lads, it adds an extra little bit of to it. I'm taking this to my city councilman. Walks down the street. Oh, I'm taking this to the Prime Minister. Walks down the street.
We're number one. We're number one.
Oi, Mr. Prime Minister. Andy. What's the good word, chap? Yeah, I reckon that's probably my numero uno.
Let's roll.
Right. So, best episode, but here's one that's going to be even harder. Who is the best Simpsons character per second on screen? So, I mean, Homer would be a solid one to pick, but he's on the screen a lot and therefore drives plot quite a lot. And I mean exclusively for funny. So, I mean, the guy who says, yes! You know, he doesn't fuck around. On screen, makes you laugh, gets the fuck out of Dodge. Duffman is thrusting in the direction of the problem. And I'll only accept answers of characters that are used more than 3 times. 3 or more. They need to be in 3 or more episodes.
What the heck are you thinking?
Boom.
Nothing lasts forever. What? Take that.
Must be a devil between us, a horse and my... Ooh, what's in here? What's down here? Ooh, a friendly bee. Right, when Homer finds a load of sugar and falls asleep while guarding it, Marge tries to wake him up. What film is he quoting? Well, misquoting. When he is stirring from his slumber. Which is question 11, I think.
Well, it's about time.
But I'll shave off 2 of them questions because at least 2 of them were non-Simpsons related.
Bearded cartoon creator incarcerated in a Peruvian jail. In other news, local citizens are outraged over the discovery of surveillance cameras throughout the town. We go now to City Hall, where
And this broadcaster blames it on you. Squarely on you, the viewer.
Cameras are an outrage. Spying on our women's dressing rooms, bathrooms, and locker rooms is unforgivable. I think I
These
speak
graphics
for all
really
Springfielders
don't-
when I say,
don't do
where
The
is
Simpsons
the
well.
sexy footage?
In other unexplained news, strange black vans have been appearing all over town.
Marge, that black van is spying on us.
Oh, homie, you're so sexy when you're paranoid.
Certain lady to the mansion.
Piece of cake.
Like and subscribe. Link to my OnlyFans in the description.
I have no insurance.
I took your wallet! Question 10. Who is Homer Simpson's favorite superhero? I don't know if it is his favorite. He never says it is my favorite superhero, but he mentions him several times.
Coming through.
Fucking hell, this got to turn on it like a bus.
Mistakes were made.
Reverse, reverse! Nuns! Nuns! Reverse! Reverse! Name the Simpsons episode that was in.
I'm not a very good driver.
That's the bonus question. We've gone through 10, which is the standard amount for any pub quiz. Speaking of pub quizzes, while on the subject, I shall give credit to my friend Theo Jenner, who came up with a brilliant idea for a movie round, which is and I might steal some of his questions. Fuck you, Theo. I need them more right now. So, what Wise Theo came up with was he looked at 1-star reviews
Let's do this
of
thing.
popular films, and you gotta guess the film through the review. And I only remember 4 of them. And if anyone has a guess, I'll tell them if they're right or wrong. Am I meant to destroy this?
Not yet, I almost spilled my
Going in
Sunday.
fucking circles here. So, one of them was, there are no wolves in this film. Another was, just sink already. A third was, be warned, there are no magicians in this film.
I'm a lean, mean speed thingy.
And The last one that comes to mind is
Oh, I swallowed my gum. Learn to
the
drive,
name is
dumbass.
misleading. There are no bees in this film. What is that car doing?
Ooh, the vibrations tickling my feet. Get out of my way, jerk ass! Eat my dust.
Jeez, this is some serious glitchy AI here. So let me just slam into this bastard. Stay away. Well, this would be a shit way to end. Gouge Away is the last song of the album, if I remember correctly, which I fucking do, because this album's brilliant and I listen to it all the time.
That hurt.
Follow the black... Alright, I'm just going to restart the mission, because it says follow, not destroy. And I'm going to die before it does. Flowers by Irene. Oh, yeah.
It's crashing time.
Oh, I tell you what. The Simpsons movie is getting the shit watched out of it tonight. You can print that.
Can't you see
I'll fight any man in Ireland who tells me I can't.
Look out!
Vengeance will be mine.
Roses are red, Guinness is black. I drink 45 pints and take the shirt off any man's back.
Oh, out of control. Watch it, I almost spilled my sundae. What? This is the worst.
For how popular Homer Simpson is, very few people can do a decent impression of him. Like, everybody, you know, can make an attempt at Arnie, but... Shoo, fly! Don't make me get the raid.
Reckless driving is my pet peeve. Oh, Mr. Burns is behind.
Oh, that is so well
Evil
timed.
spying is
So well
like him,
timed.
that wrinkled
What a
old
lovely
monkey
day.
skeleton.
What a lovely day it has been. The V.A.G
King
hath
of the
ended.
world!
Debaser is now being played, which means the album has gone full circle. And what perfect timing. What perfect timing. This Pixie is finished. Look at that shit. Did you see that? I bet you didn't see that. That's the level of fucking professionalism that goes on to the production of this. So, oh wait, the rating system. The rating system. Now I don't think it's a wife. I would maybe a standard wife. It might be a standard wife. It's a bit below standard wife, or like just a solid good date. Bit on the side. That's what it is. Simpsons Hit and Run gets a wife system rating of bit on the side. Well done. Doolittle. That's a fucking cracking album. It's a brilliant album. It's weird. It's unique. Very few things sound like the Pixies. Like, the lyrics make no fucking sense at all. Like, I have no idea what any of the songs are. I'm not a big lyrics man anyway. Sorry, lyrics pixie. I'm not a big lyrics pixie anyway. But, I mean, I've never tried to figure out. Gouge away. You can gouge away. Stay all day. What the fuck? Like, Singapore Sling. This was delicious. This was very delicious. I would probably make one with a bit more brevity. Or I like a cocktail with a bit more brevity. Fewer things in it. Like, there are a couple of ingredients there. Some of them are quite obscure. Cherry brandy. You didn't really taste the cherry too much, but I really liked it. It was delicious. Looked like a big pile of diarrhea, but it was very much delicious. I wish I had more time. I wanted to do 3 things today, but the light has faded, and that getting all the couches outside was pretty difficult when you are the only one in your house because your boyfriend has left you for a woman. But yes, please. Say what is bad and what is good in the... drop me a comment. Because, again, I want to improve. I want to get better. I don't know what you guys would prefer or what you wouldn't prefer. But as this episode should sort of prove, in a way, is that if you want something, if you request something, the Pixie shall deliver. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Now, go fuck yourself.